They came out with a podcast with fucking losers.
Literally.
me and da 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 could do that too. Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Have you heard?
Oh my god, no way.
Hi, and welcome to the She Said podcast. I'm Kimberlee Spears.
Miracle Houston.
What's up? It's so awkward always at first.
Yeah, I was like, so we're gonna start with our intros. Name. Well, obviously, we just said our names, but our sign, age, our favorite podcast, and a red flag about us. Or should we give a red flag about each other?
I wouldn't be able to think of any, and I would feel like mean.
Okay, well then we'll give one about us. And that's why I said give one about each other, because I can't think of one for myself. Okay, then let's not do the red flag. Because I don't know.
I'm psycho and mentally ill, so
I am just like her. I'm just like her. She's just like me. Okay, anyway. Miracle. I'm a Libra, 19. And my favorite podcasts are The Basement Yard, You Should Know, and the Sternolo Triplets podcast. That's not the name of it, but yeah.
And I am Kimberlee Spears. I am her sister-in-law. She is my husband's sister, and I'm an Aries. She is my soul twin because she's a Libra.
We locked in. Tight like a booty hole.
And then my favorite podcast right now, I've only really been listening to like Canceled and Just Trish, and that's just because like they're kind of like relevant at the moment, considering like the drama channels and stuff.
Everything going on, yeah.
Yeah, and everything going on TikTok. So that's what I've been watching, but I don't really have like a favorite because I don't really listen to podcasts that often.
Yeah, I would say Basement Yard is the one that like I probably have watched all of their videos. I feel like the other ones I'm like, well, maybe not. I like always watch the videos. It's just when I'm in a podcast.
See, like I don't. This is gonna sound really bad, but I just watch TikTok. So like I love The Basement Yard and I love Shits and Gigs. I love Canceled. I love Just Trish. But that's because I see clips of them all the time on TikTok.
Right.
But I don't actually like, I think I've only watched 2 actual episodes of The Basement Yard and Shits and Gigs, and one of them was when they were on each other's shows.
Right.
And those were funny. Whenever I was doing the podcast with Christy and we would do it, all I did was stare at myself.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm looking at Miracle.
Yeah, I'm just looking at me because I'm trying to make sure that like I look okay and that I don't look crazy.
Moment for the earrings. So we're gonna start off with our pet peeves / things that we just fucking can't stand. Cause it's a lot. Let me tell you. My list is a whole page long. So we'll see if we can get through these, but I'll try to get through my best ones. Okay. So my first one. And I don't care. I don't care. Everyone gets irritated. And it's not like, okay, it's smacking. But it's not like the point where like people are like, oh my god, stop fucking chewing like that. I'm like, why the fuck can I hear you do that? Why can't you close your mouth? You're grown as fuck. Like, literally shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. I do not need to hear every single atom of food in your mouth. Close it. Close it. Like, it literally pisses me off just thinking about it. Like, I don't care who you are. I'm gonna tell you to shut your fucking mouth. Like, why? You know what I mean? Like, just why? It doesn't matter. Food, gum, drinks, even, like, I just don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
We have a similar pet peeve in that, but mine is like, the only way that I can describe it, that it like really, really irritates me is when I would like describe it as I can hear your saliva like moving around in your mouth.
The food. It's making me angry.
Like it sounds wet in there and it just makes me uncomfortable. And
Another thing,
stop immediately.
Even like not smacking, but like your mouth can be closed, but if you're eating something like juicy, I can hear it. And it's like, oh my god, I want to gag. I hate it.
I do that, honestly, okay. It irritates me when other people do it, but I am like so guilty because I'm telling you what, when I'm alone in my car, I'm getting ghetto with that gum. I'm getting
You're
fucking
nasty for
ghetto
that.
with that
Nah.
full on like,
But like alone in your car, like you just said,
yes.
alone. Please
But
do it in the comfort
sometimes,
of your own
okay,
breath.
some things you just can't help it, like strawberries and watermelon. Like I can't they're so juicy. You know what I mean? Like you just gotta like you know what I
You're
mean?
gonna have to edit that out. Or at least blur it, because you didn't think about doing that before you did it. Slurping on the podcast?
It's now turned into a slurping ASMR podcast.
You getting close to the mic?
That
Like
doesn't work.
that doesn't work. The mic is just decoy, by the way, guys.
Literally for
It's
show.
very much fake.
It's very much to make it look like we are actual podcasters when we're not.
She also didn't tell me we were doing that, so here I am. Here I am.
No,
I could
it's
have bought a fake mic.
no, it's just because like I have it and like it was for a podcast that I was doing with Christy and I'm like, well, I've got it, so I may as well use it.
As
You know?
decoration.
Yeah, why not? Then people think that we're professional. Like, oh, it's not me fucking gleeking right there. Jesus Christ.
Gleek is such a weird word. I can't. Gleek. Alright. One of your pet peeves.
So, okay.
Excuse me.
Ready? So you remember that video on TikTok that you sent me where they're like, okay, don't cancel me.
Cancel me if I'm wrong,
But no, seriously, like, don't cancel me. Also, don't come for me because I know, like, me saying this, it's gonna, like, be a thing. But I'm sorry. When did it become a thing to do, like, thick as fuck edges? When did that become a thing?
Yeah. I'm gonna say people are gonna cancel you because you're white. It really isn't a look. It's not. And I just like the cute little dainty ones are enough.
Yeah.
Like why edges, the point of edges is for it to be like your baby hairs. And you're adding, like you're literally cutting your hair and using your long as fuck hair to make big ass swirly poos on your forehead, and it's not giving.
No, literally, because I was on TikTok. Okay, you're gonna hear that a lot because I'm on TikTok a lot. Sue me. But I was on TikTok and there was a girl on there, and it wasn't just like it wasn't just like on the side right here, like because there are some people that just do them like big as fuck, like on the sides right there. No, it was all the way around her head and like thick.
I don't like.
And I'm like, it literally looks like a helmet. The tragic story of the edges that I'm probably going to get canceled for. Honestly, I should have just told you about it and you should have said it. I think it's a valid point. Why do you have a helmet on?
Yeah.
My other one was like 2016 makeup and James Charles eyebrows. Like,
Oh yeah, I had the 2016 brows on my list too.
Yeah, I'm like, we need to put it in the past. Trends that need to die.
Facts. 2016 eyebrows. I don't even do my eyebrows, let's be real. I have no room to talk, but I don't do them like that, so I have room.
My eyebrows are thick enough. I don't need to put nothing in them.
Right. Okay. My next big pet peeve. If I have fucking headphones on, don't speak to me. Quit talking to me. You hear my music through my headphones. Quit. Stop talking to me. Like, deadass. Why are you speaking to me when you know I'm calmly, casually enjoying my time listening to music? Enjoy your silence, please.
And this is specifically directed at old people because they're the ones that don't seem to get the memo.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Am I going to get canceled for that too?
Cancel me if I'm wrong.
Listen, okay? I'm sorry.
We should have called it that. Cancel me if I'm wrong.
Literally. We should have called it the I'm Sorry podcast because that's probably all I'm going to say the entire time. I'm sorry for my opinions.
I'm sorry. But she's really not, y'all. She's a bitch.
No, I mean, like, I mean it, but, like, I'm sorry if it offends you.
I'm sorry that you're offended.
I'm sorry
like, I'm
that
not
you took
sorry
it
for saying
personal.
it.
But truly and honestly, if the shoe fits, wear it. I mean, why are you getting offended if it's not even about you, you know? But anyway, I digress.
Oh, by the way, we had to take a small
Intermission.
intermission. Kim's cat was shitting on the floor.
Yeah, new thing, apparently. She likes to scoot her shitty ass on the floor and smear it. Anyway.
Sounds like your husband. Maybe she was watching him in the bathroom. I don't know.
What?
Anyway, it's your turn.
Okay. Gosh, I
We
have
really
so
gotta
many.
really work up on staying on the topic. Because we're bad. We're really bad at it.
Okay. One of my pet peeves is someone that is on social media constantly talking about their relationship, how much they're in love, how much they like are inseparable, they can't live without each other. Like,
And then
I
they
need
do it again next month with a whole different person.
like why were you
What
so
happened? You had me in your relationship. Now you need to tell me what happened.
Oh my God. Or those people that like post every little detail about their life on social media. And I'm like, why are you doing that? Like, you are a whole 20-something-year-old person, and you're literally on here every other week. Single because my baby daddy ain't shit. Single. Why are you back with my baby daddy? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that?
Or what's even worse, I'm gonna get off social media. It's not great for my mental health. If
Oh my
you have
God.
my number, you're a real one. If you don't, you don't. Boo hoo. And then they leave for 2 fucking days and then come back. I'm back, guys. Did you miss me?
I,
No. Go away. Literally go.
or the ones that are like, I'm gonna have to move in silence now.
I'm blocking everyone. Just delete your fucking account. We don't care.
Literally, I'm downsizing my account. If you wake up in the morning and I'm not friends with you anymore, here's your warning. Bitch, if you don't shut up.
Leave me alone. I
Literally,
don't
I just
care.
want to comment underneath it sometimes and be like, block me now. Block me now. Because goodbye.
Here's my invitation to do me first.
Literally.
Block me first, please.
That has
Literally.
become my new best friend, is the block button. I just click it constantly. I'm just like block, 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 block.
Facts. I
Literally
block
just
people if I see that you're being annoying on your Snapchat story and you post more than 5 times a day. I'm blocking you. It could be something positive. I don't give a fuck. Negative Nancy, cancel me if I'm wrong. But I literally don't care if you're saving lives. I don't want to see every single day nonstop. I'm blocking you.
every
I'm
day they're
literally
posting like, love yourself, you're a queen. Miracle's like, block. I just can't.
literally, you deserve to live. Block. like, leave me alone.
Actually,
Literally,
I
shut
wanted
up.
to die today, so block.
Literally. Okay, this is controversial. Controversial, I think. Controversial. Parents who just they can't keep their gremlins under control in public. If I'm at a movie or a place where I'm trying to have fun, like even like an aquarium or like a carnival or something, and I hear your kids piercing ass scream in my ear because you just won't listen. And I get a tantrum. I get a tantrum. But like when your kid is yelling at you and screaming at you and crying, like I can get a crying. I get crying. I'll cry in public every now and then too. But like when parents have like overly badass kids, like we were coming from you guys and we were leaving back to Illinois and there was a little girl. She's like, "No, I don't want to wait in this line, Mom. I'm done. I don't want to." For 20 minutes, TSA had to grab them and bring them to the front of the fast lane because she was screaming at her mom because she didn't want to sit there as she had on her fucking stupid ass Disney ears and a fucking bag full of shit from Legoland. Like, you spoiled ass brat. Literally. And she was like 10 too. Like, she was old enough to know better. And honestly, the mom was like so calm with her. She was like, "It's okay, like just breathe." And she was just being bad as fuck. Like I just can't stand badass kids, I guess. That's my pet peeve. Like kids who just like are just mean in public. And most of the time it's not even the parents' fault. It's just kids. You know what I mean? Like I just don't want to hear them scream, you know?
I hear it screaming.
I don't want to hear it scream. I don't.
Dear
I'm
God.
sorry.
Also, biggest pet peeve. Why every single time I'm like, my fucking eye, just this eye, like, like, you know what I mean?
Closes more. Yeah, when I
Yes.
smile, this side closes more. I don't get it.
It's annoying. It's annoying. I'll be like, and like this one, like it pisses me off. It pisses me off. Pet
Okay.
peeve for my. This one is specifically for men because why are you coming to me like, oh, I just found out some shit, and I'm like, what'd you
I
find
already know what you're
out?
gonna
Yes,
say.
I'm
I
like,
already know.
what'd you find out? And then they tell you, and you're like, okay, but like, what else? Like, what else?
What's the details?
Like, what happened? And they're like, oh, I don't know, I didn't ask.
Where's the details? What do you mean you found out the juicy goss? But like, be serious. I already knew what you were gonna say because every time.
Literally, because they're like, literally all they found out was the goss, but they didn't get the juicy deets. Like, they don't dig deep. They don't really like
Like, I
dive
want to know
into it.
why this was said and when, and then I want to know when this was posted and was it before or after this? Like, you like be
I
serious.
just don't feel like men do gossip justice because when someone brings gossip to me, I do research, okay?
Yeah, no,
They
every
bring,
time.
they bring me the gossip, and then I'm like, okay, so when
I'm
did this
finding
happen?
out more.
Yeah, like I'm like,
There's
okay, so
gossip
when
we
did
had from 3 years ago that we double check on every now and then just to see if there's any new, and you know what I'm talking about too.
see if
So
there's
like,
any new developments in the story?
and honestly, we're miserable. Let's be real. We're so miserable. We're so miserable. I literally don't care.
Let
I
us
don't
be
care.
miserable bitches in peace.
It brings me
Literally.
joy to hate people. Sorry.
Certain people that deserve it, if we're gonna be for real.
Yeah. Okay. People touching me. What? I know that sounds wrong. But I literally cannot stand when a person comes up to me and gives me a hug or like they have their hand on my back or like you just like constantly want to be in my bubble. Like I don't want to hug you. Literally like when you go to like a reunion or a funeral and they're like, "Oh my god, I haven't seen you in 17 years. I used to change your diapers." And then they're all up your ass. Like I don't even know your name.
You're
Don't
like,
know
let's
who you
make it
are.
18.
You literally look like a stranger on the street to me. I don't want to hug you. I'm sorry. Why are you shaking hands with me right now? I don't care. Literally, just like, don't touch me. I literally barely even want hugs and love from anyone that I'm around every day. My mom gets a hug a day. Mahi probably gets a hug a day. I don't want a random person that I barely fucking know touching me. Even if I know you, don't fucking hug me. If I want to hug you, I will reach. Let me reach, please.
Let me reach.
Please. I don't like it.
You're like, what's my biggest pet peeve? Miracle. When people
People,
breathe.
just people existing.
When people breathe, when people walk, when people talk, when people
No,
sit.
literally, all my pet peeves have just been me hating on people just being people. Sorry.
I just
I'm,
cannot
like I
stand
said, I'm
people.
miserable. I'm miserable. Sorry.
No,
I'm,
but thank
yeah, it's okay. But, like,
no.
even you and I, we don't hug. Like, you're
No.
my best friend, and we don't hug. And we
Well,
see each other every,
I
like,
don't,
4 or 5 months.
yeah, I don't really like people to touch me either. Like, ever.
And you have kids, so I couldn't imagine.
They're like the only exception. But even like, okay, so like Elle, it's like
Sometimes it's
weird.
excessive.
Yeah, like Elle will always like hug me or like something like that when she can like see that I'm like stressed out. Because like that's her like love language is like when she's upset or like stressed out by something, like she wants a hug.
Mm-hmm.
And so like that's she like reciprocates that back to me. So like when she sees me like stressing out or I'm like I'm overstimulated or like stuff like that. Like she will like hug me. Like the other day, she came to show me her hair, and I felt so bad because like I was messing around with the phone and I was like so stressed out because it wasn't working. And then I was like had work on top of that. And she came in to show me something with her hair, and I was like, Eliana, like I literally can't right now. Like I'm so overstimulated. I'm about to freak out. And so she just like left. But then like 5 minutes later, she came back with a popsicle and she was like, I know you're stressed out, Mom. I got you a popsicle. And I was like,
She's so
oh,
sweet.
she's literally the sweetest. She literally is the sweetest. And then like with Zeke, he's just like overly affectionate and like has absolutely no bounds for like personal space or like someone's bubble. So he's just like
He's a
constantly on top
5-year-old
of
boy.
yeah, he's constantly on top of you, constantly in your face. Like it's
Yeah.
annoying. But and then Evelina, I don't know, Evelina, she's just so small right now that like I just like soak all of her up because she's the last one that I'm ever gonna have. So I just like soak it all up.
Yeah.
But I don't like being touched either. But another one of mine is when like you have someone that is constantly just being negative to you about like a partner or whatever, and then they get upset with you when you're like, okay, then like dump them, they're trash. And then they're like, oh, why would you like
love him.
yeah, like, girl, you've literally been steady talking trash about this man to me for months. Get rid of him. I'm sick of hearing about him.
Literally. And like, you're talking shit because you know it's bad. And you're telling me because like, I'm gonna be real with you.
Yeah.
But then
I
like after
literally,
months and situation, I can understand like a couple situations because men are annoying. Let's be real. But like after months and like so many situations where you're like, oh my fucking god, like I hate this man, I can't stand him, like boo hoo, cry me a fucking river. I'm tired of hearing it. Goodbye. Like if you're not gonna dump him, I don't give a shit about you guys' relationship. Stop talking. Stop talking, please.
literally, I'm like, listen, I can take like max 5 conversations about how much they're treating you like shit before I'm
Literally.
just like, stop talking to me about it. Because if you're not gonna leave them, I don't want to hear it.
For real. And then it's not even about leaving them. If you're not gonna set your boundaries and have a conversation, you're just sitting over here looking stupid.
Literally.
Continue to let it happen. Be real. This one's a little more specific, but not really. People who can't have pets. And I don't mean like you can't have pets where you live. I don't mean like you can't get one because of a certain situation. I mean that you get a pet and all of a sudden your situation changes and now you have to either get rid of your pet or you have to like you want to give it back or just like people who just like literally cannot keep a pet. Why?
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. Like if you knew that there was a possibility of you moving somewhere, you either one shouldn't have gotten a pet or two should have made sure that you got a place that allows pets. I promise when I leave where I'm at now, I will not go anywhere where I cannot take my birds. My birds will be with me till they die. Like there's nothing about that. But then there's also people who get rid of pets. Like I work at a pet store. There was a cat who she just got adopted yesterday, by the way. So I was so excited. She did. And then the other one got adopted last weekend. So that was exciting. They both got adopted. They were here for less than 2 weeks, so that was good. But basically her story was she got picked up as a kitten and she was 3 years old, got brought back because her owners wanted a puppy. The fuck is wrong with you? What is
My
wrong
thing
with you?
is like,
If you
did
can't
they
have
not
both, then
even try to like, did they not even try to see if they would like
but either way,
be okay together?
that's your cat and you're choosing the dog over your cat regardless if you have the dog yet or not. They chose the dog.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Well, dogs are also like way more expensive. But I personally, like, if Ember and Bruno wouldn't have gotten along, like, that would have really, really sucked. But I would have tried to find some way to, like, make it work. Like, it would have had to be, like, they couldn't, like, associate with each other at all for it to be, like, get rid of one of the other.
Right. But then it's also people like, this is really hard, I can't do it.
Oh, those people just suck.
It's a living being. Like, did you expect to not have to, like, what do you do for yourself daily? You get yourself up every day, you get yourself ready, you feed yourself, you make sure that your mental health is good, you make sure that, you know, like, you don't just sit home bored all day.
Yeah.
That's what you have to do for your pets. You have to make sure they're mentally stimulated. You have to make sure they're good, like, fed, they're healthy, they're active. And for you to say that's too much, like, you should have either did your research or not been a dumbass. Like, just don't get a pet. If you know that there's a possibility you're not going to keep a pet, don't get it.
Yeah.
Just don't. Like, I can't stand it. So that's probably my biggest one of all of them, because, like, animals just deserve better.
You motherfucker. Molly, get in here. She's doing it again. She's doing it again.
What? She got a hairball?
No. You little fucker. Come here, Ember. Now.
And then we have Remy being the goodest of boys, being a fat little
Ember,
floofer
come here.
there. Him is the goodest of